Let's see who else. Hi Chez, what do you think of Eric Satie on saxophone? Oh, okay. I like the idea of playing Nocien, but not sure if it would sound good as it does on the piano. I don't know, I think some of Satie's stuff, like Gymnopédie and things, if you just play the melody line, they're beautiful melodies. Any beautiful soaring melody will always sound great on saxophone or violin as well, actually. So yeah, for sure, anything lovely and melodic like that would be great. Would love to hear some recommendations on more melancholic or slower tunes. Beautiful slow tunes. I mean, I do love my kind of jazz and pop, so I would say anything jazz. My favourite slow tunes, I love Georgia. Oh, that breaks my heart. Love that song. I love Ain't No Sunshine. It's a stunner. For poppy stuff, do you know what? Guilty pleasure. I really love Let's Get It On saxophone. It's wicked. It's really fun to play. I need to do a video on that, actually. If you would like a video on that, comment on this and say, yes, Chez, we want it. Make it happen. And I would do it because that would be sick. And actually a couple of the Beyonce ones, like If I Were a Boy and Halo, they're really beautiful and lovely to play on the sax. I enjoy those ones too. Hope that was helpful, Beth. Thanks for writing to me. We've got 3 more here before I call it a day. We've got Johnny John. Johnny John. Sounds like it must be the start of a song. Chez, hello, you legend. Thanks. I have a business question for your next video. Due to a super cool London gig I recently played on, when a photographer or videographer takes a photo of you, who owns the content? And does this change once it's online? What are your experiences with such things? Ooh, that is an interesting question. Okay, so my videographer is pointing to himself, which basically means I think I have no rights. So, because it does often occur to me that, you know, everybody films on their phones these days. There must be so much of me all over the internet that I don't know about, particularly bar mitzvahs. It's tragic that like 13-year-old kids, they don't experience anymore. They experience via their phone. So they're kind of watching the gig through their phone, even though it's right in front of them. They're not watching it with their eyes, they're watching it through the phone, through TV. So yeah, in answer, I'm pretty sure we have no rights over it. If you're in a space where you know, you are the performer, if there's photos and videos being taken, correct me if I'm wrong. If anyone knows, I mean, that's in the UK. I presume laws may be different in America or elsewhere. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can always comment on this video if you're like, Chez, what are you talking about? But I'm pretty sure the John man, you've got no rights. So if you played badly and it's on video online, there's nothing you can do about it. Sean. Hi, Sean. Hi, Chez. I have to ask you something that I just don't understand about my playing or sound. Do you have any idea why my sound started to sound kind of tight after I've played for a while? Ah, that's interesting. What that probably is, when you're feeling a bit tired and lethargic, your diaphragm starts to give in. So think about your posture. Are you actually using your diaphragm properly? Because that's when the embouchure will start to cling on, and that will make that sound kind of tight. And also your throat might clamp up as well in response to that. So see if you can engage your diaphragm and relax your throat back down, and you should be able to control your sound back again. So a couple of ways to engage your diaphragm. Obviously think about it. It's the muscle under here. Make sure your posture is correct. You're upright. I find if I push my shoulders down, that kind of counterbalances and engages the diaphragm. So think about pushing those shoulders down and your diaphragm kicks in. And then with the throat, think about the back of your tongue. Think about pushing that back and you get that kind of yawning feeling, that stretch in the throat. Oh, if you can take those two things, that's really going to put you in good stead. Also, if you've ended up with too much carbon dioxide in your head, in your face, you end up sort of clinging on and being uncomfortable and getting tight in the throat and tight in the shoulders. Where there's an opportunity in the music, try and exhale fully and inhale fully. So you get a nice fresh set of oxygen in your lungs. Hope that was helpful, Sean. Last one for today, Mr. Craig Smith. What do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Craig Smith? I like your photo. You look, it's an action shot with the saxophone. Hi, Chez. Do you use backing tracks when you're doing intimate and small appearances or gigs? If so, where do you get good quality ones, and what's your setup for live appearances? Thanks. Ah, nice one, Craig. Yes, I have a few DJ and producer friends that tend to make the tracks for me, actually, to remove sax parts or vocal parts or whatever else. If I've got a request in particular, I might go on, what is it called? I feel like it's karaoke.com or something like that. You can often look up a karaoke backing track. I mean, there's some horrific ones out there. You have to really scooch around. Otherwise, I just keep adding stuff as I go. So I think Spotify is an incredible tool for musicians because it now suggests music to me. So I put on my, whatever they call it, weekly playlist, the Discover Weekly, and they've put on some suggestions for me. And I'll 9 times out of 10 find at least one in there that I think, oh, that'd be cracking to play over. And I just keep building. My library's been building forever. I mean, it's completely invaluable now to me. Every time I hear a tune that I'd quite like to play over, I'll add it. And like I say, specific backing tracks, I generally get one of my producer friends to make for me, or I might, on desperate times, go to a karaoke version of it if I need. And then you also asked what my setup was. So I use an AMT microphone. It's brilliant. I love it. And amp, it depends on the gig, how big the gig is. I've got a little mini PA system, which is an Acer. Do I mean that? I need to look that up. I will put a comment in the description box for what brand my mini amp is. But my big PA system is Bose, you know, the thin speakers. They are amazing. They pack down really small. They're super quick to get out, and the sound quality is amazing. And it comes with its own little mixing desk as well. So that's brilliant. If I'm taking the mini speaker, I'll usually take my pedal with me as well, so that I can have some effects, because it doesn't have effects. Well, it's got like a tiny bit of reverb. So I'll take my effects pedal as well, just so I can make the tone nice, because a lot of the time I might be playing outside, or I don't know what the room's going to be like. It might be completely dry. So I'm always better off having it. If I have rubbish sound at a gig, I just don't enjoy it anymore. I'm kind of over that. I have to have good sound. It really gets on my nerves otherwise. So I will bring my pedal, which is a VE20, which I've done a review on. In fact, I have done a video on my sound setup. If you haven't come across that yet, I will put the link above my head now, so you can check that one out, buddy. But yeah, hopefully that's answered your question. Thanks so much for writing to me, everyone. I will get back to the rest of you very, very soon. Watch this space. See you later, guys. Bye, 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 bye. See you later, bye. So I am serious about this subscribing thing. Hit the button. Do it. Do it, or I'll drop some stats. I will. I'll do it.